Coach, we talked a lot during the year about opportunity. What kind of opportunity does this game against Missouri in a bowl game present to your squad?
Well, to play in a bowl game is a great reward for any team, and it's something that every team that plays at this level strives to do, and we're very fortunate that we're getting to play in a bowl game again this year. We know what a great team and how talented Missouri is going to be, and it's going to take a tremendous effort on our part to prepare and to have our guys ready for our guys to be able to play with the caliber athletes that they have. The well-coached football team, Coach Drinkwitz, is well respected in our profession, and so we've got our hands full. But just the opportunity to play in a bowl game, be on national TV, play in the postseason, to have our guys be rewarded with that opportunity, and to have a chance to earn a victory to finish out the season and finish out the careers for our seniors. This senior class has certainly meant a lot to our program, and they've led this team very well, starting the off season all the way through this year, and they just never wavered from their commitment. They've not gotten discouraged when we've had some difficult losses, and I trust that they're going to do the same with the loss on Saturday. That we'll put it behind us and forge ahead, and that's what they're going to have to do when they get in the Army too, is to take their lumps sometimes, but rally their troops and forge ahead. So I'd like to get a victory for them, and it's going to be hard earned. We know that. We know that Missouri is going to be a really tough opponent for us.
Jeff, we go through this every year when your team has been in a bowl game, how the practice schedule is going to be. Not like you have that 1 month to prepare for bowl games like other teams do. What will your practice schedule be like this week and then leading into the trip down to Fort Worth?
We got the guys together last night and had a chance to look at the film from Saturday. I thought it was important that we look at it, learn from it, and then we're going to practice this afternoon. So our guys started their final exams today. We're going to practice this afternoon, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this week, we'll just have open hours. The guys, if they want to, they can come up and get a lift. There's several guys that don't have a final exam today, and others that don't have final exams on other days this week. So we'll give them an opportunity to do that. And then Friday morning is the final T or term end exam here. We'll practice that afternoon. We'll work out kind of our normal midweek practice schedule. We'll practice again on Saturday morning before we fly down to Texas. And then when we get down to Texas, we'll really kind of start there on Sunday as we would on a Wednesday. We'll practice and then have a walkthrough on Monday and practice on Tuesday and play the game on Wednesday.
Thank you, Coach.
Ken Kreitzer. Or we'll circle back around. Joe Iacano. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Coach Monken. Joe Iacano with GoBlackKnights.com. Coach, we know that West Point cadets and even more specifically Army football players are extremely resilient, but we also recognize that they're human, and Saturday's loss was extremely emotional. You said yourself it's probably the worst you felt after a game. From the feedback that we've been receiving since the final whistle blew on Saturday, there's been a wide array of emotions from surprise to disappointment. So I can only imagine what the players' reactions have been. Obviously, without calling out anyone specifically or mentioning any players' names, has the staff had to kind of take some extra steps or extra TLC to kind of help the kids heal from this, especially maybe the first piece to their last Army Navy game and kind of get them ready to go?
Everybody's different, and they all have different levels of emotion and different ways of showing that they hurt, and certainly, I mean, in this game, I don't know why anybody would be surprised that it's a close game and it's a hard fought game. It is every year. I mean, it's just oh my gosh, it's a street fight every single year, and they beat us, and that's hard. It's hard to live with it, because we care so much, we invest so much, and they do on the other side. Every player and every coach and everybody's deeply invested. And when you lose, it's disappointing. And certainly we've had to, just comfort our guys and reassure them. But that's the great thing about having a chance to play in a bowl game. It gives us one more opportunity to put it behind us and play again, and have that opportunity to go out there and compete again together one more time. And we're looking forward to that. And we got great kids, and it's because they invest so much. It's because they care so much and care so much about each other that it hurts so bad when we lose, and especially when we lose to them.
And then my follow-up and final question, Coach. After Saturday's contest, you indicated that you were both outcoached and outplayed. Needless to say, Missouri will be watching the game tape from the Navy game and a lot of other games too to kind of see how to defend you. Are there any adjustments you feel you need to make going into the Missouri game?
Sure, there's a lot of things we learned from Saturday, but we learn things every week. There were things in the Liberty game that we saw that we felt like we've got to do a better job with, and try to make those corrections before we played Navy. And just going back through the whole season, every week we evaluate and see what we can do better. And every opponent that we play, just as we do for everyone that we face, we'll watch every one of Missouri's games. We'll try to gather what we think they're going to do and what we think we need to do, and try to go execute it. And so, it happens when you lose a game. When a team loses a game, when we lose a game, it's not on one person. It's on all of us, coaches, players, everybody. So when we get beat, we've been outdone. We've been outdone in terms of coaching. We've been outdone in terms of the way we played. And so we've obviously got to do that better and coach and play better the next time out. And hopefully we'll do that.
Thanks, Coach.
Ken Kreitzer.
Hey, thank you. Good morning, Coach. Ken Kreitzer, Sons of American Legion Radio. Hey, just starting on the defense Saturday, Kamonte Yao had a big game with 13 tackles, and I really was struck by the play at the end of near the end when Chris Frey, Nolan Cockrell made that fourth quarter stop on the 3rd and 5. What were your overall thoughts about the defense Saturday?
I thought the defense played really hard. We obviously gave up some big plays, and that was disappointing. The two reverses, the reverse and the reverse pass, the one in the third quarter was a reverse pass, and we covered the quarterback who was trying to leak out of there. It was Andre Carter, and he slipped on the ground, got up, and as the Navy kid was running the ball, he had a chance to knock him out of bounds. We didn't do that, and he got it down in scoring position. Twice that happened, and so we gave up big plays there. We gave a big play on a hitch route. We had a chance to tackle him. We would have got a first down, but 24 yards on a hitch route is a good bit. And then they were able to control the clock in the second half. The one drive, much in part to the fake punt, which I guess wasn't really a called fake punt. Which sometimes things just go your way. That kid made a great play to grab that ball, give him credit, and then we, had a chance to stop him in the backfield, and he wasn't having that either. And so they turned that into a 15-play drive and controlled the clock. And we got to be able to get them off the field because they make one first down there. That doesn't make it a rule that they got to get another one. And so just let them control the clock on us. And we didn't help on offense by going 3 and out. And then 5 and out in the third quarter. We had 8 plays in the third quarter, and then I don't know how many we had in the fourth quarter, but I mean we hardly had the ball at all in the second half. So it was just the whole team just not executing as well as we need to. We let them run the ball. They lined up in the shotgun a good bit, and we anticipated that they would. We didn't know what plays they would run out of the shotgun. There's an awful lot you can do. But but we just didn't do a very good job stopping the run and getting them off the field when we needed to. So I thought our guys played really hard, gave a great effort. And Nolan Cockrell played really tough and really hard. He's such a good player. There are other guys too. I mean, just a great effort, just not the performance that we wanted.
And coach, just on offense, I mean, after the first quarter where you had the big play from Christian Anderson, 49 yards rushing and just 3 first downs in the second half. And Jacoby Buchanan had the 4 carries, 6 yards a carry, but it really seemed to be a struggle to get the fullbacks going all day Saturday. What was your thought after you saw the tape?
Well, like I said, I mean, their team played hard too. We made a lot of mistakes offensively. Just I don't know why we made some of the mistakes we made. We didn't see anything defensively that we weren't anticipating, that we didn't practice against. Yet we busted assignments and blocked the wrong guy and took poor angles and played poor fundamentally, bad pad level, didn't play aggressively enough, get on the attack. I don't know why. And it's disappointing. But to the credit of the other team, they did. They played hard, and they beat blocks, and that's the name of the game. We didn't sustain the blocks, and they beat the blocks, and that's why it was hard for us to get anything going.
Thanks, coach.
Ken McMillan.
Hi, Jeff. How shocked were you that this occurred, that you couldn't snap them out of it, especially, after halftime and into the second half? I mean, what was your take there as far as, why can't we get this thing going?
Well, we did have the lead at halftime. We were up 13-7, though I didn't think we were playing great. And we had 2 drives that we had to settle for field goals. And that was disappointing that we couldn't turn those into touchdowns. We had given up, a couple big plays on defense, one that set up a touchdown, and then even there on third down, they ran the quarterback on third down from the 8-yard line, and he poked in the end zone. It was a great run, but gosh, our tackling fundamentals are poor, and there's didn't have to score there, but I didn't know that we had something we needed to snap out of at halftime. We needed to stop them and put some drives together where we scored touchdowns. And as it turned out, it just, they took the opening drive down, and again, on a 4th and 4 play, they ran the reverse pass, and he's probably going to get a first down, but we got a chance to knock him out of bounds. We did, and he made a really good run down the sideline, and they scored the next play and went up by a point. And then we went 3 and out, then we went 5 and out. And they controlled the clock, and I mean, we got to play. You got to make plays. You got to block and sustain blocks. You got to get off of blocks and get ball carriers to the ground. That's the name of the game, and they did it better than us on Saturday.
You said that the team practiced last night. How did you want them coming into practice yesterday? Did you want them still angry, or did you want them back at an even keel? How did you gauge their emotions yesterday, and where do you want them right now?
So we just met last night. We didn't practice. We're going to practice this afternoon. We met as a team and talked about the game. We watched offense and defense broke up, and we watched the film from Saturday. We watched special teams as a special teams unit, and we fed those guys and got them out of here so they go study for their final exams that they had this morning. But they're hurt. It doesn't just, when you're a competitor, for most competitors that really care, it's not going to go away in 24 hours. It's not going to go away for a while, and that's okay. It tells me they care. I mean, if they came in and they were laughing and joking and it didn't bother them, I'd be worried. But it bothers our guys. It bothers me. I mean, I'm mad and dejected. I mean, you're going to feel that way. It's the biggest game of the year, our biggest rivalry. We want to beat them more than we want to beat anybody. And so, they do too. And they've been on that side of it. And this year we're on that side of it. And that's what a rivalry is. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. If you never win, it's not a rivalry. If you never lose, it's not a rivalry. I'd like to never lose. I'd like to beat them every single time, but it's always been a close game. It's always been a dogfight. And so we put a lot into it. And when you do that, when you invest a lot, it means a lot to you. And so to come up on the short end is disappointing and it hurts. But like I said, we got a lot to look forward to. That's why we're coming back today. And I wanted our guys to look at the film. It's not like it doesn't matter. We don't just throw it in the trash and say, well, that one doesn't matter anymore. It does. We can learn from it. And it should motivate us to want to play better. And so today our focus goes to Missouri, and I'm glad we've got that game. And we're one of the teams that gets to play in a bowl game. So excited about that. And I'm sure our guys will be ready and focused on this practice this afternoon and having a chance to play an SEC team, which will present a great challenge for us.
Thanks, Jeff.
John Kikis.
Hey, Coach, are we going to be seeing Jabari Laws again, or is he able to play?
He's able to play. Just not sure, that it was the right time to just insert him into the game. He's a very capable player, a tremendous leader. I love Jabari Laws, and we're ready to put him in the game. But it's hard to play three quarterbacks, and I think that the guys we've got, the two that we had, were the right guys for Saturday night. They each did some things that I wish they could have executed a little bit better, whether it was throwing the ball, running the ball, or managing the clock, or whatever it may have been. But they've both played a lot of football for us and have the most experience this year.
Thank you.
And Kreitzer.
Coach, just asking about Jabari Laws. He's a senior, but he missed an entire season due to injury. Is there any chance that he'll apply for an NCAA exemption to be able to play next year?
I don't think that Jabari's going to do that. He's going to graduate and be commissioned, and we're proud of him for that. Obviously, having the two catastrophic knee injuries, that's something that he's got to be conscious of in terms of his career as an officer, and that's something that's important to him. And no, I think it's like we do each week, and there are adjustments and things that we do on both sides of the ball that are unique to each opponent, or the way that we think they're going to try to attack us offensively or defensively. So we'll try to put a game plan together, and we've got all week to do it this week. I wish we could practice all this week, but having our term end exams this week makes it a little bit difficult to do that. And we've had term end exams the week of the Army-Navy game before. So talk about a challenge. At least we've got this week to take the tests and then be able to practice this weekend and next week. But our coaches will put a good plan together, and I'm anxious to see our guys get out there and practice again, especially on Friday and Saturdays, and get the whole team out there and really see how we respond.
Thank you, Coach.
We'll close out with Ken McMillan.
Jeff, I think a lot of college teams use bowl games for a variety of purposes. Obviously, you want to win, but what do you think your general approach will be for this game? Is it a showcase for your seniors? How much do you plan to look forward to next year, or give some guys a chance? What's your general consensus on how you want to approach the game?
Win.
Aside from that.
It's all that matters. We're going to try to prepare to win. That's it. We're playing a football game, and our goal is to win. It's not to showcase anybody, get ready for next year. see who might be a good player at one position or another. It's our job as a team to represent the brand that we play for, and that's the United States Army and West Point. And in the United States Army and at West Point, winning matters. And so we're going to do everything we can to win the game.
How valuable was the experience of playing West Virginia last year for guys going to a bowl game?
It's a great experience for everybody that gets to play in a bowl game. I wish we could have won the game last year. That would have been a lot better experience, but that's why we're going to try to approach this game the same way we have all the rest of them, to try to win the game. And we tried to do that last year, and I thought our guys gave a great effort. They obviously made enough plays to beat us, and we did. So we're going to try to find a way to do that this year, so we can make enough plays and give ourselves a chance.
So it's no different from any other road game. It's no other additional challenges.
Not to me. Well, I mean, there's the fact that we don't have classes from Friday afternoon on, and we can 100% concentrate on football. That doesn't happen very often around here. So I'm kind of looking forward to our guys having the opportunity to just focus on football and our team, and getting rested and getting a full night's sleep, and all those things that aren't common around here. So hopefully that's going to help us perform. And like I said, our only goal is to win the game.
And any early scouting report on Missouri, or not yet?
I mean, I've watched them on film, and they're certainly very athletic. They play in a great conference. They've battled and beaten really good, talented football teams. They've got an outstanding coach and coaching staff. And so, initially, obviously we're finishing up with watching the game from Saturday, and getting into preparing last night and this morning for the Missouri team. We haven't had a chance to see all of it, but enough that we know they're very talented and very well coached, and it's going to be a real challenge for us.